Good morning, my name is Carlos Aguillon, and today I'll be talking to you about the city of London, about its culture, its diversity, and how really things are in there. I want to tell you that most of the information in this video will be about my personal experience, because I traveled to England last year. Now let me tell you why I chose the city. This place has been in constant evolution since its creation in 43 AD by the Roman Empire. Its original name was Londinium, but it was around the 11th century when the Duke of Normandy was crowned King of England, and from there it started this kingdom that has been around for the past millennium. Okay, so let's talk about why the city became so important. So this city was built around the Thames River, so London became an important port for the distribution of goods, and the rise of the Bank of England led to the success of the financial district in the city. This city has various tourist attractions for all people. The area of London, which is more for tourists, will be the center of London. So the most touristic places in that area could be the Buckingham Palace, where the Queen Elizabeth lives. Also in there you can see the changing of the guard, where the Queen's Guard goes throughout the front of the palace. These guards wear the famous bearskin tall hats and the red tunics. Right next is Hyde Park. You can explore this popular place walking around the lake and crossing the brick bridges to take amazing pictures. There's also a must-see in the area that's called Westminster Palace. In this palace is located the most famous clock tower, the Elizabeth Tower. In the inside is the Big Ben, which is the biggest of the five bells in the clock. Don't get confused, the Big Ben is a bell, not a clock. It is part of the clock. In the located next to the clock tower, you can find local artists performing for pedestrians. If you walk further, you'll get to the London Eye, which was once the tallest Ferris wheel in the world. It's next to the Thames River. If you visit this amazing attraction, you'll be able to see 360 views of London. When I was up there, I was able to understand how big the St. James Park and the Westminster Palace are. One of the reasons this city is so different from other places in Europe is how history meets technology. For example, while I was walking with my group from Hyde Park, we walked and we arrived to a place called Piccadilly Circus. In there, the buildings were built decades ago, but they've implemented the use of gigantic screens that are curved all along the buildings and give a taste of modern era without taking the British style of the buildings. Near Piccadilly Circus, I found different restaurants, mostly informal, but with plenty of options to choose. Also, I found different stores and cinemas. Right next to the Piccadilly Circus is the Chinatown. The beginning is marked by an enormous gate decorated with stone sculptures. Something I noticed from this neighborhood is that it's very well organized. Now let's talk about the Tube in London. It's the first underground railway in the world. Something I noticed about there was the organization, how trains arrive in time, and even though the times it took it was very crowded, they were clean, and there was an unspoken rule that if you're in a hurry, you can go quickly by the escalators on the left side, and if not, you can go on the right side. That shows respect for others, something that lacks in other societies. London, due to its diversity, has a culture that evolves and combines with local traditions and foreign traditions, giving something unique, like music festivals, in which just in London there are more than 22,000 music performances, including all types of music every year. Due to the diversity, there are more than 197 festivals and there are more than 190 museums. I was able to visit three, which were about science, but nothing compared to what I had seen. They were public, but there are organizations that help to maintain and bring constantly new exhibitions to the museum. Theater has played a major role in the city. William Shakespeare performed for the first time in the globe, and there's even an area in the city called the West End where you can find world-class theaters with well-known actors like Hugh Jackman. They took us one night to a theater to see a play that's called Les Miserables, and even though I'm not a huge fan about plays, I really enjoy it. Every time I went out to the streets in the city that keeps evolving, I found new activities for all types of people. There's something for everyone. History is everywhere, and evolution is incorporated in many parts of the city. Being able to see technological development right next to a castle or a monument and still look amazing. Something that I really like from there. Even the culture was something I liked because it's so diverse and you can find something to do with your friends and family and still have a lot of places to go. This London is a very safe city. There were times that we were around 11 p.m. with the guys that took care of us, and they said it was safe even in the nights. There's police everywhere, something that made me feel safer in there. You'll find fascinating how different cultures live in the same city. I recommend you to visit London with your family, and there's history and other touristic attractions for everyone. Hope you like this video. Have a nice day.